Kaylee, and today I am wearing a shirt that says, "Give a hoot." And I'm also going to be reading some Try a Chapter books. I have chosen 5 books from my shelves that I'm going to read the very first chapter and then decide if I want to keep reading or not. But before we get into these books, I want to make sure that you know that Books for MKs is a charity that donates books to missionary kids all over the world. If you want to donate to the kids, you can do so at GoFundMe.com. And don't forget to click on that subscribe button and on the little bell so you can be notified every time that I post a new video. So I have a whole bunch of books that these are my get rid of it books. And I'm trying to go through them and get rid of some of them and actually read some of them and find out, do I really even care about reading any of these? So I'm going through in groups of 5, picking out 5 of them, reading the first chapter, and I have to get rid of at least one. That's not a hard and fast rule, but I do want to try to get rid of at least one of these that I just decide I'm not really interested in reading it. So let's go through these and see what I've got. Homicide in Hardcover by Kate Carlisle. It's a bibliophile mystery. I love me a good cozy tea mystery, and this one is somehow centered around books. I don't know, there's a knife going through a book, so that looks kind of interesting. The Poison Apples by Lily Archer. I can only imagine this is probably some kind of Snow White retelling. I don't know. It's a very colorful cover, so something. I have no clue what this is about other than it's some kind of fairy tale retelling, and I love fairy tale retelling, so high hopes for this one. I don't know what's up with that ugly girl on the cover though. That's just kind of odd looking. The Wizard Test by Hilary Bell. I have no idea what this is about, but it has wizards, and I like stuff with wizards. I don't know. We'll just find out, I guess. My 100 Adventures by Polly Horvath. I don't really know what this is about. This is a complete cover by, but there's a house being floated away by a big balloon. So maybe it's kind of a little up sort of adventure, something. And Birdwing by Rafe Martin. This, I think, is a retelling of that, what is that fairy tale about the 12 swans and the brothers are turned into swans, and then at the end of the fairy tale, when they're all turned back into men again, there's one brother that is partially turned back into a man, but he has one arm that remains as a wing. And so I think this is like a retelling of that fairy tale, and it kind of continues it to say what happened to him after the end of that fairy tale. Why does he still have a bird wing? So, and at the back, there's his missing arm or something. I don't know. Maybe that's not his missing arm, but it just looks a little weird. So, something, yes. It looks kind of strange. Maybe that's his other arm, and that arm is like that. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Okay, now it is time to sit down and read the first chapter, or at least like the first 20 or 30 pages or something of each of these, and decide, am I even interested? Let the reading commence. I'm back. Some of these, I didn't even have to read the first 3 pages before I was like, no. And some of these, I barely read the first 3 pages before I was like, yes, yes, yes. So let's take a look, and I'll let you know which ones I'm actually going to keep reading and which ones I am just going to donate to the library. A definite yes is Birdwing. I love fairy tale retellings anyway. The only reason that I stopped and said, okay, let's just read the first chapter of this one was kind of to see, am I going to like the writing style? I'm already pretty sure I'm going to like the story. So I thought, not sure about this author's writing style. Let's just see what it's like. I read up to page 5 and decided, yes, this looks good. I am happy. On page 2, there's a song. Aww. So it's the guy with the wing, and he can't sleep, and the nurse sings him a song, and I was like, oh, I am here for this. So Birdwing is a definite yes. I tried a little bit of Poison Apples. Apparently this is not really a fairy tale retelling per se. This is set in the modern world with modern jargon and everything. And these are stepdaughters of three very evil stepmothers. And they form a group called the Poison Apples. And they're trying to get revenge on their evil stepmothers. So it might have some fairy tale-esque things in it, but it's not really a fairy tale retelling. I did not like the writing style. I don't usually go for contemporary books anyway, and it didn't grab me. I read up to page 7, and when I got to where it says, "My life was a real suck fest," I was like, wow, do I really want to read a book that has the word suck fest in it? Not so much. No, that's okay. I only read the first 2 pages of my 100 Adventures. I still have no clue what this is about. They're living by the seaside, and you can see there is the ocean here. And it just starts out telling about how she loves living by the sea with her family and her mother, and they have this beautiful home by the sea. And oh my goodness, guys, the writing, it's like poetry. It's just so beautiful. The very first page, I was like, is this poetry? This is amazing. Just gorgeous, just so beautiful. And I only got to page 2, page 3, and decided, oh yes, this is a definite yes, because, oh, it just sounds lovely. And I read up to page 11, the entire first chapter of Homicide in hardcover. This one I was kind of, seems okay, it seems interesting, but not like woohoo amazing. And it is about books, and this person is like a book restorer person who restores old books. So I was kind of like, maybe. And then the whole first chapter is she's getting ready with her best friend to go to this exhibition of these old manuscripts, and her ex-boyfriend is going to be there. And so they're all, ooh, are you going to talk to him? What are you going to say? Ooh, you know, you have to look amazing, and you should wear this dress. And no, I don't know what all. So, I don't know. I'm kind of, And then I started thinking, would I rather read this, or would I rather read an Agatha Christie? And I thought, you know, I'd really just rather read an Agatha Christie. This just did not grab me, and I feel like the whole bookish part of it is just like, you know, kind of a throwaway thing. I feel like maybe it's not going to be that central to the story, and that's the only part of it that I really care about, is that she's a book restorer, and there's all these old manuscripts and stuff. And the rest of it, I just don't really care about. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just read chapter 2 and then see. I don't know. No, you know what? If it hasn't grabbed me on the first chapter, I'm just done. This is a no. And then I read up to page 7 of the Wizard Test. So there's this young boy, and everybody has to be tested after their 14th birthday to find out if they have magical powers or not. So he really does not want to be a wizard, because wizards have a reputation of being deceitful and selfish, and their magic can ruin people's destinies and change the course of people's lives and stuff like that. So he really does not want to be a wizard because they don't have a good reputation. And then it turns out he's a wizard. Oh no. So now what is he going to do with that magic ability? So this looks very interesting. I like the writing style. The character just grabbed me right on the first page. I was like, oh, what is he going to do? So this one's a definite yes. So I have 3 yeses and I have 2 no's. So this is really good because I'm just figuring out, this is something that I picked up on a whim, but now that I start to read it, I'm not really interested in it. And these are ones that I am definitely interested in. So be on the lookout for my next Try a Chapter wrap-up when I will be reviewing these 3 books. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.